Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and yes, kind of got myself into a little bit of a pickle. Just a little one though, not a bad pickle, definitely not a bad pickle. But you guys know, if you watch the channel, you know the Lightning. Well, new addition to the shop is this 2002 Harley Davidson F150. Let me explain how this came to pass. So you guys will remember, if you watch the channel, I've been talking about maybe selling this truck, the Lightning, getting rid of it, and I had said I wanted $20,000 for the truck. I wasn't going to take anything less. Then I got to thinking that maybe I want to take it to Tennessee when we move, and I want to use it as my daily driver. I think it'd be a really cool daily driver. So I was kind of stuck in that mode, and I had a lot of people hitting me up saying, okay, I'll give you the 20 for the truck. You know, when can I come see it? Well, how can we arrange shipment? What have you? And I was kind of surprised. And so in shock, I said, well, no, I think I'm going to keep it. I think I'm going to keep it. But one of the people that hit me up was a good friend of mine, and he said that he was interested, which I thought was kind of strange because he's got these financial goals in mind and retirement and everything for his family. I thought, well, why do you want to put money out on a toy when you've got these goals in mind? But I thought, okay. So I thought about it for a little while, and I thought, well, okay, I could sell it to him. It's going to someone in the family. I can still see it. I know it's going to be taken care of. What can I replace it with? What could I use that would be like equally cool? Now, I didn't want a car, I did want a truck, so that kind of narrowed the margin down a little bit. And I do think the Ram TRX is probably the coolest truck out there right now, but I don't want to spend $80,000, $100,000 on a vehicle. So I'm thinking, well, what's kind of in the same category as this? Still cool, but maybe a little bit more practical. 4 doors, I definitely wanted something 4-door, and this truck came to mind. So I actually went and looked at one here locally. It had a few more miles, a few more cosmetic things done to it that, I guess I should say, cosmetic glitches, things that would have needed to be fixed, and took a ride in. I liked it. It was nice. And so the guy and I were just, a couple $1,000s apart in price. So, okay, I backed away from that one. And then I found this truck. And I will talk about this truck in detail in just a little bit, but went to look at it, and my expectations were surpassed. I think the guy is very much like me, very anal about his vehicles, takes care of his vehicles based on his other vehicles and just the way he is. So I had no problem laying down the cash. I paid more for this probably than I would have liked to, but I think I got a fair price for it as far as that goes. But this thing is super clean. I get it home. About a half an hour later, I'm texting back and forth with my buddy who's interested in the truck, and just a couple general things. And he sends me a text and he says, you know what, I'm thinking about buying the Lightning. It's probably not a good idea to do it right now. Maybe in a couple years I could swing it, but right now it's not a good time. I'm thinking, okay, great. I just went and got the replacement for this truck, and he tells me that. So no harm, no foul. I totally understand, but I told him I'm never going to let him live it down as long as he lives. So there is that. So that being said, I think what I've decided to do is I'm going to actually put both of these for sale. Both of these I want the same price for, $20,000, $20,000. Whichever one goes, I'll keep the other one. Both have their pros, both have their cons. I'm going to talk about that right now. We're going to do a quick walk around the vehicles. I'm going to show you inside, under the hood, the bed, everything like that. And then I'm going to take them both for a little spin, take you guys out so you can see, and I'll talk about, like I said, all the details when it comes to both of them as I do the walk around. So let's get started on that. Okay, bear with me. I know the lighting is not the best in here, but it's cloudy outside today, so the lighting is not much better. Thought about going out into the driveway and shooting out there, but the crunching of the gravel is kind of distracting. So anyway, this is a 2002 Ford Lightning. As you can see, it is very clean. I mean, it's not perfect. It's got a few blemishes, but you've got to look for them. You got to know what to look for. Tires are good, brakes are good, everything works on the truck. It has 156,000 miles on it, but the motor was replaced per the previous owner at 125,000. And I've never had any reason to doubt that. There is a sticker on the side of the block that I used to be able to see before I lowered the truck. I can no longer actually find it, but I do remember seeing it, and it was date coded later. So I am confident that he is accurate as far as the motor being replaced. It runs good. Like I said, it's got no issues at all. Go on to the inside of it. So, and I know it's dark. I'm sorry. I wish my lighting was a little bit better. I'm just cheap. But the interior's, it's really just about perfect. Truthfully, headliner's in good shape. Like I said, all the light signals gauges, air, heat, power windows, everything, cruise, it all works. It does have a aftermarket sound system, and it's got a subwoofer behind the seat. Okay, under the hood, full disclosure, the struts for the hood are getting a little weak, but they do hold it up. You gotta give it a little effort, a little push to get it up there. But you can see the factory supercharger. It does have a cold air intake. It does have a lower pulley and a tune. So I didn't have it dynoed after I had everything done to it. I suspect it's probably somewhere around 400 at the wheel. It moves very nicely. It runs very, very strong. I'll show you guys the bed cover I did have put on. Again, I know it's kind of dark in there, but I mean, it's got the bed mat, bed rug is what they call it, and it's in good shape. Everything's in good shape there. Okay, now we'll do a walk around on the HD. Like I said, this is a 2002 one owner truck, 82,000 original miles, new tires. He said when he had the brakes checked, they were at 90%. This truck is super clean. He had it paint corrected, ceramic coated. Everything so far that I have checked has worked. It does have an aftermarket sound system, but it needs a subwoofer desperately. It's good high end, but that's all it's got going for it. But like I said, super clean truck. Go inside here. Look, little bit of wear, and it's hard to see, but a little bit of a wear right there on the seat. But yeah, it's got a backup camera. I mean, everything works. Heated seats, air conditioning. Show you guys the back. Well, no, I won't show you the back because it's locked. Now I'll show you the back because it's unlocked. But yeah, I mean, look, this truck is really super clean. Headliner, everything like that. You can see equally as clean as a Lightning under the hood. This thing is completely stock air box. It has Borla exhaust. That's about all it's got going for it, but completely stock there. Coming around to the back. Thing is just, the bed is really clean. It's got some scratches. I mean, it definitely has some scratches, but no rust. Like I said, original owner, California truck. I don't think there's probably going to be a cleaner truck out there, at least not a 2002. I mean, this thing's 21 years old. So yeah, that's the basic breakdown of them. I'm going to hook the cameras up in both trucks, take them both for a little spin. I'll talk a little bit more about them, and yeah, we'll wrap up the video and see if anybody's interested in buying one of them. Okay, so for the sake of time and my battery's dying on my GoPro, I want to try to hurry this through. I'm just going to hold on to the camera, but this thing has a nice deep rumble, a little bit of drone on the freeway at certain speeds, but not that bad. But yeah, it's just a super clean truck. Show you guys the mileage. And like I said, the stereo, it's not bad. It's a good beginning. It's got an aftermarket amp, speakers in the doors, but it needs more bass. So as a matter of fact, I'm gonna wait for the music to come on because I'm gonna have to kill it. There we go. There we go. Okay. I feel like it's gonna rain any minute. It's so dark and they're calling for rain today. So I want to get them out and do this video really quick and get them put away. I don't know how I'm going to survive driving one of these as a daily driver. Whoops. My bad. See, horn works. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch the camera over here. That will be much better. But so the advantages, obviously, that this truck is more practical. 4 doors, 4 seats, dog in the road that I don't want to hit. That would be bad. Just walking down the side of the street, just like he owns it. But like I said, it is more comfortable. It's a little taller geared. It's not going to do any better on gas mileage. I was actually a little surprised that actually the towing capacity on the Lightning, not that I tow anything, is a little bit more than this thing. I would have thought it would have been the other way around. But you know, this is just a very very clean, very nice cruising truck. No concerns. I think it's probably the closest to new 2002 I'm ever going to find. It's just, it's so clean. And this is number 3694, built in 2002. So obviously this truck is not as fast as the Lightning. With the Lightning having the pulley and the intake and the tune, plus being about 1,200 pounds lighter, the Lightning would just destroy this thing. It wouldn't even be close. But, you know, for what it is, it's like I've said, it's not fast, but it's not slow either. It's not bad. And once I get a little temperature in it, I'll step into it and show you what I mean. But yeah, very nice cruising truck. You don't get the supercharger whine that you do in the Lightning. There's a little bit right there, but of course the Lightning does have the pulley and the intake, so that makes a big difference. But you still get it. But yeah, nice cruising truck. I mean, cruising along like 60 miles an hour at about 1,700 RPM, 1,800 RPM. I bought this thing in Rockland. It was a very nice drive all the way home. Just cruised along, no problems. So, and now I'm starting to get a little temperature. So, turn the corner, my usual spot, and I'll get into it, but you'll see it's funky. But you got to remember, this thing's a beast. It's huge. It's very heavy. Yeah, I mean, there's 60. But yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. I am going to look into putting a subwoofer in it because I do want more bass. I do want more sound. And I would like to at least do a pulley and intake and a tune, the same as what's done on the Lightning. It's not going to be as fast as the Lightning, but it'll definitely liven this thing up. And I mean, we all know that both this and the Lightning, they were underrated from the factory in the first place. So, you know, you're already starting out with a pretty good basics. It won't take much to liven this one up a little bit more, but it will never be the Lightning. So let's hop out of this. We'll hop in the Lightning. I'll take you guys for a quick spin in that, tell you the pros as far as that goes, and kind of sum everything up. All right, cold start in the Lightning. Now, this does have a MagnaFlow exhaust, so it does have exhaust done to it. Again, switch camera over here. It'll be a little bit better. Apologize if you guys heard any rattling in the camera before. It was a little loose, so I did tighten that up. We won't have that problem on this drive. But yeah, this is a super clean Lightning. And, you know, with the motor having like 30,000 miles on it, I'm not scared of it. I don't know if anything's been done to the transmission. Sometimes it does feel like it's got a little bit of a shift kit, so maybe a valve body was done at one point in time. So, oh, and there's that stereo. Yes. Like I said, the stereo is awesome in this thing. This truck is pretty much done. So, like I said, there's going to be pros and cons for both vehicles. Let's see, make sure everything's good here. Make sure I don't back into anything. That would be a real bummer. Probably ruin my day, maybe my weekend, maybe even bleed into next week. I'm not sure. And again, I'll get some temperature in this thing before I get into it. But you know, the advantages to this truck, they made less. It's definitely sportier, it's lighter, it's faster, and it is cooler. I mean, that truck, the HD, I drove it to work yesterday. Nobody commented on it. Nobody said a thing on it. I drove this thing to work once or twice, and I still get comments. I still get people asking me about it. So this is definitely a more attention getter. You know, that one being more practical. Do I have a preference as to which one I sell? Not really. Either way, I'm good. And I think the values, I mean, what I want is 20 for each one of them, and I am firm at that price. I'm not going to budge on either one of them. I think that's a fair price for both of them. I really do, based on what I've seen out there for sale, and as clean as both of these trucks are, I think that's very fair. This one's a little more sporty. It's got a little stiffer suspension. It has been lowered. Let's see, it does have a little lower gear ratio, so it's a little bit more bottom end. and it goes. It builds a lot of boost and it goes. So for someone in California, I don't know about the smog situation. I mean, it's not throwing any codes, so I don't think it would be a problem. But you know, there is that to contend with. I will check into that, but you know, it'd probably be better for it to go to someone out of state that doesn't have to worry about that at all. And it'd be a great platform if you wanted to build this truck up more and make more out of it, get more out of it. It'd be very easy to do. As it is right now in this form, it moves. I mean, every time I drive it, I'm very happy with it. So I think that if someone were to get it, they would be very happy. You know, again, touching back on the question I'm trying to avoid, which do I prefer to keep? You know, honestly, the HD is probably a little bit more practical, a little more comfortable, 4 doors, what have you. But man, you just can't beat the cool factor of this. And I mean, barely stepping into it, and there's that supercharger whine. I just love that. It's so cool. So yeah, probably lean a little bit more towards keeping the HD, but you know, if the HD sells and I keep this one, it's not going to hurt my feelings. This is a cool truck. It really is. And same situation, got some temperature in it. Hopefully I have a kind of a clear spot here. This one's going to be a little bit more of a handful. The HD, man, I've even stepped into it off the line, and I mean, those tires are new and they're in good shape and they're Bridgestones, but it hooks and goes. This thing wants to spin the tires. This thing could probably use a little stickier tires on it, but let's see, you got a clear road, so that's good. Whoa! Oh yeah, this thing's so much faster. Oh my God. Oh good Lord, this thing's a lot faster. I knew it was a little faster, but Jesus, it's like night and day, and that was spinning all through first and pedaling it. Well, that's a lot of fun to do with one hand there. Whoa! Okay, maybe I'm changing my mind. Maybe I'll just sell the HD and keep this. Good Lord, it's fun. Oh, it gets me giddy. What can I say? So anyway, let's pull back into the shop and I'll kind of sum up in front of the two vehicles. So yeah, as far as power night and day difference, I mean, the HD is never going to be what this Lightning is right now unless I really go into doing a lot of mods and really building it up. Don't get me wrong, for what it is, it's great, but I mean, if you want something that's just, it's just fun. I mean, I've actually been driving that for the past couple days off and on or whatever, and then driving it home when I got it last weekend. And you kind of forget just really how fast this thing is. It is a lot faster, not a little faster, a lot faster. I mean, same point, I was probably doing an extra 12, 13 miles an hour, and that was after spinning and pedaling it. This one, I was just all the way into it, and that was all I had. So very cool. Like I said, either one, you guys know the specs. I'm not going to stick either one of them up and advertise them at this point in time. I'm just doing this in the video, and I know a number of people had hit me up and were interested in the Lightning before, and I'm sorry I don't remember everybody that was, so we'll see who hits me up now. But I'm going to put my email in the description below so you guys can contact me and talk to me. Either one you're interested in, just let me know. Like I said, I should probably sell this one. The practical side says sell this one. The fun side says sell this one, keep this one. So whatever. Either way, I'm a winner. All's good. So let me know. As always, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And like I said, P.O. Box, Instagram, and my email will be in the description below. Guys, as always, God bless. Take care. Have an absolutely amazing day.